Hello friends! In this video you'll see how heavy actors of the TV series Good Times 1974-1979 changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Michael Evans is one of the sons of Florida and James. He is a rather good-natured and fair person, and despite his age, he always tries to defend the rights of African Americans, and it's important for him to achieve equality. The role is played by Ralph Carter. James J.J. Evans Jr., Jimmy Walker, is the first child of the Evans couple. He can take pictures and also draw well, but school subjects are difficult for him. Most often, J.J. prefers to do nothing around the house and flirt with girls. Likes to wear hats. Millicent Penny Garden is Bellona's adopted child. She knows how to make the right choice, understanding what will be better for her, and has a certain fearlessness and stamina. Penny is a cute girl who loves to walk pin her hair up, played by Janet Jackson. Willona Woods lives next door to the Evans, with whom she's on good terms. She is a rather active and independent woman who can be both serious and helpful, and be carefree and joyful, played by Janet Dubois, who died in 2020 of cardiac arrest. Florida Evans is a sweetheart of James Evans Sr. She's caring, knows how to support her family at the right moments, and shows stamina. She's not characterized by greed and conflict, played by Esther Rolle, who died in 1998 from complications of diabetes. Nathan Bookman is the head of the housing estate where the Evans live. He may well resort to threats, is capable of extortion, and can also often use the skills of people for his own purposes, played by Johnny Brown, who died of cardiac arrest in 2022. Keith Anderson is beloved and later husband of Thelma Evans. He can play football very well and aspires to get into the NFL. Able to show purposefulness, but also with severe difficulties can give up. Played by Ben Powers, who died in 2015 of liver cancer. Claude works for Sweet Daddy Williams and is one of his personal bodyguards. He is not distinguished by high intelligence and has a fairly high growth. At work, he always walks in a suit and hat, played by Bubba Smith, who died of an overdose in 2011. Miss Irma Austin is a staff member for a small business organization. She mainly deals with approvals for issuing loans and behaves with clients as correctly as possible. Has a neat appearance, played by Alice Ghostley, who died of cancer in 2007. Willie J. Washington has an average build and is not overweight. When he is dissatisfied with something, he may frown somewhat. Willie has voluminous hair, characteristic of all African Americans, and also he often walks with stubble, played by Hal Williams. Henry Anderson is in the business of selling encyclopedias. He looks confident and in his work prefers to use dishonest methods, provoking people to pity, portraying the blind. Has a mustache, played by Ron Glass, who died in 2016 from respiratory failure. Samantha Debbie Morgan has an attractive appearance, a charming white smile, and expressive eyes. She's quite friendly and she likes the guy's attention. Samantha often wears earrings, and she likes to wear both neat inconspicuous and large hoop earrings. Kim doesn't differ in conflict and is able to get along with many children, including Penny Garden. In dangerous situations, she can begin to speak not very optimistic forecasts. Looks pretty cute and likes to wear a hat with a big booba, played by Kim Fields. Gary Daniels was Penny Garden's boyfriend. He's not a stupid guy who in some situations can show an uncompromising nature, as well as be somewhat demanding. Differs in low growth, played by Gary Coleman, who died of a cerebral hemorrhage in 2010. Miss Rogers works in a department store and interviews candidates. She is quite smiling and friendly. Rogers has a voluminous hairstyle and she wears glasses with a string. Lost pearl jewelry, played by Charlotte Rae, who died in 2018 of bone cancer. Eddie Conroy, Philip Michael Thomas, is listed as a student at one of the colleges. He's a pretty smart guy who can analyze and collect really necessary and reliable information. Eddie is well-mannered and will never go beyond what is permitted. Wears glasses. James Evans Sr., John Amos, is the husband of Florida and the father of their children. He is a rather charismatic man who is not averse to joking. It may show displeasure that the wife is somewhat more educated than he is, knows how to repair household appliances. Weeping Wanda Williams gets along well with her neighbors, Evans' family, and Willona Woods. She tries not to lose sight of anything and retell all it to her friends. Has a short, somewhat curly hair, played by Helen Martin, who died of a heart attack in 2000. Carl Dixon is the owner of Haberdashery and has also been Michael's boss and Florida's lover. He doesn't have faith in God, but he will never make claims to people with different views. Played by Moses Gunn, who died in 1993 from complications of asthma. Ned the Whiner doesn't do much of anything and mostly just wanders around the area where the Evans live. He has a detrimental craving for alcohol, prefers to walk with a neat mustache, played by Raymond Allen, who died of a respiratory illness in 2020. Mr. Parker is concerned about the manifestation of gangs and the impact they have on schoolchildren, as well as what they do. If necessary, can conduct preventive conversations. Parker dresses rather modestly. The role is performed by Earl Billings. Larry Walters, Carl Franklin, had a romantic relationship with Thelma, for whom had sincere feelings. He respects his chosen one and is not prone to violence, especially to women. Larry clearly knew that he wanted, and sometimes he could be too serious. Leon Grant L. Bush is the former classmate of JJ. He's engaged in illegal betting activities, and in addition to this, he trades in the sale of narcotic substances. Often wears a slightly open shirt at the top and wears gold jewelry, and also has a pierced ear. Head T.K. Carter is one of J.J. Evans' good friends, whom he can visit time after time. He's a smiling guy who likes to spend time with friends, go for walks, listen to music, or learn something new. Tries to keep a friends for life. Has a beaming smile. Donald Hargrove is a well-educated person who creates IQ tests for students, the results of which will help them to go to college later. Practically doesn't part with his calculator. Wears dark-rimmed glasses. The role was performed by Austin Pendleton. Donald Knight was in a romantic relationship with Thelma Evans, whom Heaven planned to marry. He is distinguished by responsibility, knows how to conduct business, and is not used to hiding his intentions. Has a small bald spot. He was played by Louis Gossett Jr. Reverend Sam is an old acquaintance of James, with whom he previously served in the military. He is somewhat different from the usual Reverend and earns money on faith in God. Likes to wear coats. Played by Roscoe Lee Brown, who died of cancer in 2007. Gloria Jackson is a pretty girl who attracts the attention of men. She is in good physical shape and sometimes flirty. Gloria likes to wear jewelry, but especially bracelets, which she can wear with earrings. She had shoulder-length curly hair, played by Judy Pace. Hubert Johnson is a holiday home resident and knows Michael well. He's not someone who seeks to inconvenience people and appreciated the warm family atmosphere. Wears a beard. Played by Arnold Johnson, who died in 2000 from a non-communicable disease. Diana Buchanan was in love relationship with J.J. Evans, with whom wanted to marry. She can be somewhat finicky and not the type to go along with parents' wishes. Diana had a heroin addiction, which she successfully hides from everyone. Thelma Evans, Bernadette Stannis, is the youngest sister of J.J. She has a steadfast nature and doesn't allow anyone to offend herself, but sometimes she fights for the trust of her parents. It doesn't need to ask for help, she herself tends to take the initiative. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.